Welcome to Dr. Mary Travelbest's 5 Steps to Solo Travel Guide for people like you who need extra support traveling one at a time. I appreciate your feedback and travel questions as the Travelbest team creates a workbook and a third book, Part C, about a recent 90-day travel around the world. In this episode, the FAQ is the Vatican really a country? And today's destination is Rome, Italy, Part 2. Today's misstep: I took the wrong subway train twice in Rome and was challenged with a meeting spot. The travel advice is stop for a gelato anytime. And now the FAQ. Is the Vatican really a country? Yes, is the answer. The world's smallest. The territory is surrounded by the Italian capital of Rome, and priests and nuns of many nationalities make up almost all of the population. It's about 100 acres, so small. But I think it has its own soccer team. Now, they're not in FIFA, but they play friendlies. Is the Vatican Army a real army? Yes, the Swiss Guards are a trained military force that will uphold its duty to protect the Pope should any forces threaten him. And now, today's destination, Rome, Italy, Part 2. So I went to the Colosseum, the Roman Forum, and Palatine Hill. My guide was Virginia for a 3-hour tour. Here are some of my takeaways from the visit. The tour's name was Skip the Line, but in the morning's heat, it was a long line to enter, more than an hour. Back then in history, the old days, the entrance was free. No longer the case. The census was invented here, and the government had a lot of social control. Back then, the distance from the stage was 5 different levels. That reminds me of the 5 steps to solo travel. Just saying, you know that, right? So the women sat above the top level. They were also, not treated as they are today, but close to the exit were the best seats. The stage also had some trap doors. Interesting. Flavian Theater, Elliptical Forum, up to 80,000 people could fit here. They have got travertines, fountains, stone, brought in from 30 kilometers away. And it's 51 meters tall with a numbered arch, each numbered. There's 80 doors, but 4 were not numbered. And there was a special emperor entrance. The unexpected highlight was seeing how many construction people were working outside the building. Now, I'm sure that they found many artifacts while digging. Now, they've got Doric columns, and you can find a lot more in the show notes about the Colosseum, but it's surrounded by other beautiful museums and famous monuments like the Arch of Constantine, the Domus Aurea, the Roman Circus, also Circus Maximus, that's the ground level remains of an ancient chariot racing stadium. And then you've got the Palatine Hill, where the archaeological remains of many ancient Roman palaces and temples offer a great view of the area. And the Roman Forum. It used to be the center of Rome, where lots of trade happened. So my visit in Rome was unplanned for the rest of the day, so I jumped on a city bus, number 85, to an unknown destination. From there, I found the Trevi Fountain. Then I took a circular bus, 119, a minibus, that brought me up, down, and all around town. It dropped into a plaza, so I got off. I found a Ferrari auto exhibit, and then a Da Vinci museum. It was very cool to interact with those exhibits. This was one of my favorite parts of exploring Rome, finding what's cool, like an air-conditioned museum. Then I found a subway, saw the Spanish Steps, and had lunch there, and a gelato. Went for a walk that evening. I saw what the locals were doing. I walked the neighborhood, and I especially liked that water is free from nearly 2,000 fountains all over the city, and it's clean to drink. On my next day in Rome, I attended Mass at 8 a.m. at the 3rd largest church in the city. I prayed for a safe and educational experience in Italy for the next few weeks. Today's misstep: I took the wrong subway train twice in Rome, and I was challenged with a meeting spot. Now, I'm bad at directions, so even with all my map apps working, I still took the wrong subway train twice. I eventually found it. And then I had difficulty finding the meeting spot for the Colosseum tour. It was not close to the entrance, so I had to return to the metro station and take the stairs to find it. So next time, I will ask for more guidance and be more relaxed, even if I'm lost. And now today's travel advice: stop for gelato anytime. I took that advice to heart and want to pass it on. If you see gelato for sale and not a long line, go for it. You'll be glad you did. You've already walked off the calories. I want to bring meaning to your future travels, so sign up for the Dr. Travelbest newsletter. Let's connect on my websites, Facebook page, group, or Instagram, or TikTok. Find the 5 Steps to Solo Travel by Dr. Mary Travelbest. It's a series of books on Amazon, and show notes have more details on how to connect. Please support this podcast with a review.
What's on your travel bucket list? Tell the doctor and her team of women who travel the world seeking the very best. Dr. Travelbest, that is.